traders, I am out this evening, so I'm doing this video very early. So I'll tell you what I've been seeing up till now. This is the opening, it's a 2-minute chart of Dow futures. This was the opening range that I've got here. And I took this price here just a few minutes after the open. I was looking to see if we could move above this level here, and we didn't, so I just took it off for about something like 25 points. So a small range there. That hammer there was buyable on the retest of the range, and that gave you another small move. That's about 40 to 50 points if you took those two moves. And the short was tradable. This is a big gap to the 8, and we had high stochastics, high RSI. That is a sell signal. So you know the Dow is something of a rubber band. You're not going to get big moves very often on the Dow. It moves sideways 85% of the time. So if you want to sit at your screens for a couple of hours every day, then these are the kind of trades you could get. You can see, and as I'm speaking now, this is on its way up. It's pulled back to this resistance. It's sold off. It's pulled back to this resistance, and we are currently selling off. So we've had 1, 2, 3 ways to the downside so far, and we are below this support. So this final move to the downside could be it. So in these charts, to me, are pretty clean. We've got a pivot level here that was crucial in attracting this price up to here and kicking it through. So selling, and then you had a clear sell signal up there. Alright, this at the highs up here, this was the daily 200. So selling at this point here with a stop at the above there was a good move. I was looking for a gap fill. There's a gap fill up here at 13,050, but these markets are so weak, we're not going to get it. Alright, the oil was pretty clean as well. Let's look at the bigger time frame for this, because I thought this was a good lesson in this. I was long. I got some of this move up here and saw the weakness in this area here, so took it off. And I did get some of this short. But look where we've come to. We've come to major support level there. Went below the 50% fibs and then quickly reversed. And this was an S2 fit. Pivot level there, and this was S1 and S1's just about here. So S1's picked up the fib level, and S2 has picked up this support. So yeah, to me that's pretty clear. That was a good target. We got very extended down there. We didn't get oversold, but bear in mind we've had a nice move up here. So a pullback here was always going to be potentially bought. And I know, look at the gap to the 8. The 8 EMA was right up here when this came off. So it stands to reason to me there's a reasonable chance, there's a good probability that will at least go and test the 8. In the end we went to test the 50, which is fairly standard practice. Okay, so it took 3 hours to get up there, but nonetheless, if you're patient, then you would have got it. On the daily, we are in, there's the trend line. So this is the fibs on the daily on this big move from this point here to this point here. And so he came out. We talked recently a lot about this bottoming pattern here, and this is that handle pattern here. Now this move, so all we've done today is come down to test major support and that trend line. That's all we've done. So we end up with a hammer here today. I still think into invents on the back end of the week, we could still see 91.50, 92 up here in the oil. And this is now, so we got extended from the 50 EMA. We come back to test the 50 EMA in the trend line. At the moment we're holding. Obviously the pits close in 2.25 hours. There's plenty of time for that to change, but watch to see if that holds, because if that holds and we break 89.18 tomorrow, then that will hit possibly 91.5, possibly 92. So let's look at what we've got in the Dow at the moment. So the Dow, there's the 200 EMA I talked about as coming off earlier on. So if we can't hold 986, or certainly close above, certainly close above the sort of 980 area, then this is in trouble. We close here and we could just continue to drop here. We've certainly hit a lot of resistance up here, and this was quite a hefty seller's bar yesterday to start the week. So it stands to reason that that is a good selling point. And so if we close here, and I would look I would short any pullbacks and look to see if this can roll over now. Okay, but we've got a long way to go before the end of the day, and we have a lot of support here. So let's see how the Dow handles that. If you look at the 4-hour Dow, which we could do, why not? Let's look at the 4-hour. You can see we have come up into the 200, and then we have retested the 50 EMA. So we're just moving in a very, very tight range, which is why I talked about how the 2-minute chart and the elastic band effect in the 2-minute chart was potentially tradable, assuming you are happy to sit your screen for that length of time. Okay, while we've got the 4-hour chart, let's look at the euro. So I'm actually still short the euro here. We've got a reversal bar up here. We've hit the top of the channel. We have high RSI set at the 70 level, and we have a gap to the 8. Now we look as if we've just about closed the gap to the 8, and we're holding up. So I may not get this to work. That's fine. I'm risking very little capital. In fact, I could even tighten my stop up and get a stop to break even. But at the moment I've got 131.10 as a stop, so not risking much capital. And so let's have a look at the daily. So we are extending. We're moving into the sell zone up here. We've moved into the sell zone up here. So this is crucial. You can see how we are overbought on the daily, but we are. Look at this ATMA. It's it's a very neat move to the upside. It's a strong trending chart. So my short up there is definitely something of a counter trend trade. But look, the EMA is miles away, right down there. Okay, these are not end of day charts, so you're going to need to do your own homework. And the pound is very vulnerable up there with the autumn statement tomorrow and rate decision on Thursday. Euro yen looked as if that was going to be a good move up there, but we're just too extended. We are very extended up there. If we close down here, then this run could be over. A new high and a close below, that is a reversal signal. Pound yen is even weaker. So for some reason, the pound Aussie dollar, I thought that we took this in the room. We bought 154, and it's just fallen right through support at the moment. So that is, I'm stopped out. So we are just standing aside of that one at the moment. That looks as if that 50% fibs is too much for that, and that has dropped right back. CAD Swissy, that looks like a reversal signal there, right on his major support. Decent support down here, and we are holding. So new low, close above next day. This could, we close above this 8, and that is a good reversal signal. Aussie US, they cut rates yesterday, and look at this strong move. So if we close up here, we're right in a box, aren't we? Spent a long time in this box here. If we close up here, we do look as if we can re-enter another box pattern, and the other box pattern I would suggest would be up there, possibly up to as far as 106. Would I buy that? No, not in this environment. I wouldn't. I'm not comfortable with a chart that's spent so long in a box. Obviously this isn't the end of day bar anyway, we've still got plenty of trading time, but I'm not comfortable with that. Let's just see if there's any other setups that we can look at. So the Aussie dollar has come out the gates very strong after that rate cut. That's a hammer on the Aussie Swissy, and that's closed above it. Dollar pairs, US dollar Swissy is sideways, potential stopping bar. So that is worth a look from the point of view, if that holds that area there, I would be prepared to buy 92.70 tomorrow with a stop just under there, because it's a very close stop, and I think that stopping bar may well do it. US dollar CAD closed well yesterday, not well today. So yeah, we've pretty much looked at everything here. The FTSE, it's holding its own at the moment. I would definitely trade this tomorrow morning if it's huge resistance up here. We're holding the 8, and this may be, if this is a bullish consolidation, then this touch of the 8 is very bullish. So we close here, we might be able to just do another journey to the upside here. As a day trader, I would be interested in looking at that in the morning in the Euro session. It's certainly too high to swing trade it. Alright, so that's what I've got. Not a great day at the moment. Pretty sideways, and my short on the Euro is not looking good. I've got some points out of the Dow, but not enough because I'm not around very much. And I will talk about specific times of the day. I will tighten up the times I open the room up. I would encourage you to come in and have a look at what we do in the open, because the US Open can give the direction for a lot of these markets that we're looking at. Okay? Alright, well, I hope that helps, and not a lot doing. We've got non-farm payroll on Friday, Bank of England autumn statement tomorrow, Bank of England and ECB rates on Thursday, so we've got a lot of sideways action and not much else at the moment. Just before we go, let's have a look at what the 2-minute chart's doing. This is looking as if it's going to rotate down to the short side again. Okay, I hope that helps, and feedback is welcome. See you at the next update.